Hello and welcome. Right, everything is ready. I am immediately going to go into a time lapse because, oh, now we do need to say unload here or else it is going to. I've already done it. I have. So should go and we should see a pile. Well, it's hard to see a pile at the minute at all, isn't it? Let's just check. I should see. A little bit of a pile. Solid things. Yes, I can see that. Fantastic. Right, let's get stuck in. There's a lot of work to do, there really is. But yeah, I'm going to time lapse it or it's never going to fit in one session. So I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side.
Right, wow. Oh no, a little bit more. What I've done. This is what I did last time. Thought I'd done everything, and then all of a sudden, a quick skit around the field. I'm well chuffed with that. Well chuffed. Oh, sorry, my bad. Yes, I've forgotten. Hold the bike away first, and then it'll let me do it. Yeah, I'm really surprised that the Courseplay won't actually play ball with it. Yeah. It's a beautiful bit of kit. I even got 4 rows, literally I got 3 rows quite a lot. It's difficult though, you can't maintain it. It's a bit of like more by feel than it is by, well, not me personally, I couldn't actually master it properly. It was more positional, and you just sometimes got a little bit lucky and you held your line and you actually managed to do it. So it was, I really enjoyed it. Now, not sure, yeah, it's really thrown me out a bit really. I was all day I was thinking, oh, I reckon I can actually we're going to do the same as we've done in the past. We are going to grab 70 tonner, and I think the fluffy mods, I just think it's the best. And I know in a way we're double handling, but I'm trying to play this realistically. You wouldn't leave them on the fields for months. Now the other thing is, I did think about this a few minutes ago. Now we know what the top price is. How? Because we're only just a couple of months after. Now normally it drops like the wind straight after, so I'm expecting this to be terrible. Yeah, 293 is the top, and we're at 216. It's lost about a quarter of its value, so definitely not. Yeah, that's also lost. Yeah, 70 odd as well. Yeah, so it's been carefully worked out. So it's well worth you doing. The other thing is, I was thinking all day. I was thinking we can actually buy the suit factory. I was thinking I've always said this about bank loans are frowned upon and not allowed, but as any bank manager, try to play this as realistically as possible. Now, if you could show your bank manager that you got 300,000's worth of crop on your fields that you could sell, or you could produce soup from that, I mean, yeah, really, would the bank manager say no? And I'm thinking, it's in their eyes, it really is quite a sure bet. So then, let's have a look if there's any small production slabs. Now we know that one there's the BGA. That's periphery. Oh, which is absolutely zilch. Oh, okay. Well, that's different, because that's a slab. That's the shop slab. And that there is the debris crusher. Let's go and have a look at the debris crusher and see what's around it. Because, I mean, really, it could be just nothing. It might be like these houses or housing estate or caravan. It could be caravans as well. In which case, I don't really think very much they'd like a production hanging around in their sort of place. So that's a no. So what about you? Lumber mill. What is that? That's the BGA. So it is behind us as the only place. Well, to be honest, I'm not sure this is not a goer. No, I'm going to take it. The bottom line is this is a game, and yeah, sometimes you get given a break by the map maker, and I'd say this is our break, really. So we can have built upon this a factory, and we can already do it. The other thing is, what I'm going to do is I'm going to save the game, because I really need to work out. Now, it's normal economy. It's just the same as Elonka, and it really is good. We've got 2 out of 3. I just need to remind myself. So we're going to place it now, but this is, I might reload it. Oh wow, there's another one there. Oh wow, this is an interesting map. Oh, is that stone? Oh my life, an awful lot of stone. Well, I'm quite interested. We might have a look at this, definitely. If this becomes a full-blown Let's Play, we may well have a look. Right, let's not get sidetracked. Let's go back to where we were. I like the shape of it as well. It's a very interesting map. Cotswold stone makes sense to me. So then, let's just place this for now. I'd like to just remind myself of the cycles. We did make quite a bit of cash. We'd be selling direct though this time. It's quicker. but it's also less lucrative. We've got to remember that it's not as good, but it is good in a way because you'd be selling it instantly, and it's fairly. Yeah, if I just show you this before we do this, it's a fairly level pegging. But if you do the soups, or it was when I, it was when I did. I can't see it changing, not really. But let's have a quick look. And soups are higher, I think. No, that's Jam Gaming's. I'm going to do one of a Let's Play with his thing. It is quite expensive. Yeah, I want to do a little bit more. Here we go. That's preserved. Here we go. 2,106. So we've got carrot. Triple soup's the best. It really is. But it's only marginally better. It's not. It's like 300. It's good, but it's not, like awful. The bad thing is if we sell, it would do an average of all of those, but you can see that the average is quite good. So we'll be doing red beet and carrot, and you can see there's very little in it. But if you look the price fluctuations, ooh, yeah, no, it looks terrible, but look at the amounts. 1,086. There's only 50 between the top and the bottom all the time. I'm prepared to drop 50 on all of these. I really don't care. Potato soup, likewise, we could bring potatoes in as well soon. That was actually slightly more, you can see slightly more than these, but yeah, a little bit, almost like the triple soup actually. So there's not much in it. Tater soup is really good. So to be honest, and there's quite a bit of cash between the preserved, like 500 per ton. So to be honest, for the extra cash, I've done the preserved now. I did it on barracks. But I only did it because I'd not done it. I knew it was worse. I looked on Zilonka, literally. So yeah, not done the potato chips one yet at all. But again, I like this because if you do multiples, it's a double or a triple or a quadruple. If you do parsnips, beets, carrot, and potatoes and did triple soup, you'd be rich. You literally would, because I keep on talking about income streams, about more income streams. This, you can almost have this one production. It's the one production I think Giants are so far. Well, actually, both of them. The preserved food isn't quite as good because the soup, it brings in potatoes, and the triple soup as well. But I've got to be honest, they both are good and they're a step in the right direction in comparison to the awful productions of the first lot that were just so, still to this day, I would rather do crops. It's more lucrative in some ways. Yeah, you can look at the things, the losses of the products that you need to do to produce the end product. Cereals being the very, very worst. I think that is a loss maker, really is. I would turn my nose up at ever having that business unless it's a modded one where the cycles are better, because the losses are tremendous. So's bread, really. When you really work it out, with bread and some of the cereal crops, the loss you take from losing your half of your flour, it really is terrible to make it the total bread. Flour itself is all right for some. I mean, oats you gain, sorghum you gain a little, but the others you lose some. But then when you start to produce your flour into bread and you lose half of your flour, then that is really, really quite awful. So yeah, my personal opinion, and I have worked it out, you do make profit still, but also the other thing is you've got to offset with hundreds of thousands or 60,000 for the original thing, where you could have sold your crop and actually bought yourself another field or whatever. So you could just grow bigger, expand, and you're still going to be having productions. So these are a step in the right direction, as are many of the modded ones. So we've seen, I think we've definitely talked myself into having this. Now, we've saved the game. I want to show, I remind myself, I think it's about 12 tons a day, but I really do want to see, it's that one there, I remember it forever. Yeah, so this has been left here for us deliberately to do this now. Oh, wow. It is a bit, yeah. Oh, wow, it's very, very unlevel. Very, very unlevel, because that's like 6 grand's worth of leveling. Remind myself, it only needs to have the side there for loading, and you load into the That side there, which you can see is terrible. But that's funny. It seems worse like that. And yet... Ooh, overlaps with another object. That's only 140. That's only 5,000. That's not bad to me. But, yeah, I'd like to look at this side to see if we are... No, we need to do it like that if we're going to do it like that. I think that's the least wasteful. We can always delete it straight away anyway, to be honest. Oh, wow, it's lucky it comes straight down like that. Well, I don't really think we can afford to do anything other than... can we even lease a 70-tonner? Can we lease the... Oh, that is the point. Can we lease... Right, let's have a look, shall we? Because we're going to need to... Well, we could manage with our own... If push comes to shove, we really could. Or we could wait till the morning. It's not going anywhere. Now, that I would allow. Really, yeah. But can we lease this? And it'll be all us. Oh, no, I didn't think I could. It's about 3,000. Right, okay then. So do we be sensible? Reload. We know what it's going to take. We could also... see if there's a better place, as in like a little bit flatter, like there, perhaps. Don't necessarily have to do that. So I think I'm going to... The other thing is, now we know how close it is, I think we're probably better to wait till the morning. I will allow that. I will. I don't mind 1 month, although... No, I do actually. If I'm going to play realistically, you've got to put your money where your mouth is. You really have. So, would we go to the manager of the bank and say... Could you please loan us a little bit for the leasing of equipment? We've got a factory built, but unfortunately we need a little bit of help with funds, and that's the type of deal when the bank works out how much cash we're going to make from this, they're going to say yes. So yeah, well, we'll do it that way, which is realistic, it really is. I only go with dead certs to the bank like you would in real life. So then, in fact, yeah, do we just... No, we're going to reload it. I'd like to see if we can do it any better. So I'm going to bring you back in. I might have placed it this time though, so I'm going to reload it. Then we're going to come back in and we'll, yeah, I'll bring you back in once I've either placed it or if I'm happy to show you me placing it. So I'm going to see you shortly. Hello and welcome. Now, I think this is about the best I can get it. I've moved a few objects, so just to make it worth a while, which you would be able to do. There are only lorries and stuff like that, so hoping that should be was fairly level. Going to have to put up with it being slightly bumpy. I think if we do that, you can see it's doable. It's not terrible. I also was looking at the distance. I thought actually, the only thing I can't hide is these. For some reason, they'd like refuse to be hidden, so I might bury them. In fact, we could do that now, I suppose. No, we've got more important things to do with the money. We will have them disposed of somehow next time. So we need to lease a 70-tonner, or more importantly, so we're going to loan a very short-term loan, 5,000. I think that will be enough, if I'm honest. So 5,000. I'll clear it in the morning, I'd imagine, with our holiday home lets. And we are going to lease the... Fluffy mods. I keep hoping this comes up in the sales when we've got some cash, of course. Lease, yes, 3,315, and also the 70-tonner, which we also really do well. Even though I say it's close, it's still far enough away that right, let's lease you, yes, and we're about. We could have actually just about done it actually. Right, this I'm going to time lapse. Because there's an awful lot. I might actually have to do this over 2 sessions as well, as in like, yeah, I'm going to do some now. I'm hoping to clear one field, and then my normal can't sleep very well at night. I'll probably do all the cleanup session. But yeah, we are now. I'm wondering who to do this with. It's a bit of a struggle, really, with the where are you? With the Fiat, it really is. I'm wondering, do we use the big guy? Just thinking of speed, I don't think there's much in it speed-wise. It's quite slow, but it's more powerful for pulling. He is on the side of the field somewhere, I just can't remember where he is. I think he's a dot as well. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah. No, everybody's engines were started. Oh, no, it can do it. We did it last time. It's almost the same speed. It gets up to 20 miles an hour. But it's, we'll have to fill it though. Yeah, that's true. We might be able to tug this. The other thing is, I was looking at routes. We can run straight down that back road like that. It is a fair road run, but there's no cars. Or we run straight the way down there. And it's about the same, actually, I've got to be honest. But you've got to go, like, down that road all the way. There's no cuts across there. Unfortunately, it's a shame, but there isn't. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. So let's grab the 70-tonner. We'll do it. Yeah, we'll grab it, and then we'll literally take it. Leave this here like that, and we'll grab the fill it with the other one. Yeah, so I'm going to say my words, and we'll see you guys and gals on the other side. The time looks a little early. I've been doing a bit of sums in my head, a very dangerous place to be. I remember it's about 14 tonnes per day for each one. 12 12s are 144, so it's about 170 tonnes to last us a year. As in, like, basically we would be doing next year's crop the same month next year, which is 12 months until we need to do that. So if there's 170, it means the rest we can actually sell as crop, and we still keep the machinery going, which by my rating is going to be roughly 56 grand per day for the two lots. It's 28 grand if it is 40, it's 14.4 or something like that tons per one, which is 28, almost 20, well, it's 29 tons, which doubled is almost 60. So it's almost 60 grand every month, obviously minus the transportation costs, and also it's averaging, although the average is going to pretty much make that. Some months we might make more. I always found this is how I found out how production, when you sell to sell points on Elm Creek, there were lots of sell points for sugar, and it was the average, and I worked it out, and it worked exactly right. If you averaged, if there were 5, you averaged all 5 inputs, you would always get what you actually got, divided by how much you, times by how much you actually sold. So it did work, and that's how I knew when people started to say about transportation costs being stupendous, silly amounts. I thought, no, rubbish, absolute rubbish. I did my mathematics a long time ago, and it's nothing like what you're saying. It is slightly random. It's between 4 and 7%. I've never seen it go any higher than that. So you can have a low transportation costs and then the high ones. But I thought we could send this back. We do need the fluffy mods. I don't know whether we buy it out of the cost of one of our month's things. We've got 140 odd. So if that's 2 lots, I think what we could do is put one more lot. Not this session. I'm happy with that. We could eat. No, I'm not going to, because of the costs. I think we're going to leave it here, and next do we do no, because I've started to chat now, so I'm quite happy that would be enough. We could actually do it, yeah, we could, but we do need the fluffy mods, so we're going to get hit by a 3 grand cost just for the sake of speeding time up, just to make a little bit of cash. So to be honest, what we'll do is we'll stick the rest in the silo, and we shall sell about, well, I'm guesstimating, if it was based upon the 400 tonnes last year, if it was, then we would be literally 230 tonnes of each, which means we would pretty much make 140 odd grand if the prices were good, like we did this year, based upon the crop that's left, not including obviously the productions that are going to net us quite a lot of cash. So yeah, I think there are potatoes to the left of this too. That's the other thing I was thinking, but I don't think we'll be in time. If we do make enough to buy one of the fields, we will be clever, and we'll obviously buy a field. The other thing is though, yeah, I say that, but how do I harvest potatoes? We can do the fluffy mods again, and there are some I suppose, yeah, there are some very reasonable, but it is a lot of hard work. It is. This is hard work as well, it really is. It's not an easy snippet with that double thing to actually go around 2 big fields like that. It is quite a, yeah, I mean, excuse me, I'm almost tempted to grab one of the Mark Thors for how quick it would be, but you take such a massive loss of product that it's just not worth it. It's sort of sacrilege really that you would willingly sacrifice I think it's about a third of these. Potatoes are the very worst that I found. Cotton, I think, was fine. I don't think that it seemed to me, having done a lot of cotton, that the cotton header wasn't very bad at all. So it seemed to vary. But it was the Sri Lanka when I bought the Mark IV that I thought, I'm sure we're down on our crop on last year's harvest, and they were the same fields, but because I'd done them in different fields, I thought, oh well, perhaps that field was a little bit smaller then. That was smaller than last year's. I don't know that it wasn't. It was only when on Hills of Tuscany, when we did the same potato field with the Mark Thor, that I realised we only got 100 odd tons of potatoes off exactly the same field that was fertilised to exactly the same standard and limed, and we got 317 tons when we did it the good old-fashioned way. When we did it the Mark IV way, we got 108 or 117, so we lost 66% of the harvest. Now, I'm not prepared to lose that kind of loss, no matter how much I love a mod, and no matter how quick it is, if it's going to lose me an absolute fortune. So yeah, that's when I stopped using it. It was beautiful. I mean, we actually, funnily enough, I bought it on... one big mistake I made was on Glenleith, and not knowing this at the time, I swapped the DeWolf and I bought the Mark Thor, because at that point I hadn't realised that it was so bad. I would have sooner have done the DeWolf and just put it. I don't know that you could do the same with the big DeWolf, because we were lucky enough on Glenleith to get the big DeWolf with the massive monster one. And I can't remember if you can unload here with that one. It was bugged a little bit at the beginning. It really was. Just putting it out thrashed it, and I still think it wasn't quite right even on that. But I'm going to leave it there. We're going to crack on. Next session we have literally got 140 odd tons in both of those. So yeah, if you look at the 144 times 100 is 14,400. And exactly the same for that. So 14.4 tons of carrot soup and red beet soup that we are selling straight away. I thought, yeah. So, and obviously the other thing is the triple soup and the potato soup. These are all things that going forwards would be a good idea of making this. You can make this into an absolute cash pot if you do it right. And it is not difficult. It's one of the most beautiful productions I know for making cash, really. And so far I've only done it in Sri Lanka, but I thought, well, yeah, we bought the harvester. We luckily got back in the sales. I thought, let's go with it. Let's go with it. It doesn't cost you much to lease the planters. And yeah, as we've done, we made a fortune, enough to buy the factory. We put that down. We could even get ourselves out of debt right now, but we're going to probably get clobbered for another leasing costs while we do this. So we're going to do one more load to that. The other thing is, obviously, we've got this. This is segregated from any production, because it has caused mayhem when you put storage next to a production. I'm trying my best with all the pain I've had of maps that I've had to move and stuff that... Yeah, it's just not worth mixing it, having any kind of storage, a silo, which is usually one of the first things you'd put down. If you do, and the production goes next to it, it starts to borrow I have worked it out. It's taken me, I think it was today that the penny finally dropped, and I thought, I know what's happening. If you think of a production, it will only accept so many different storages. Now, I knew on Sri Lanka that when I put straw in the silo that was right next door to the soup factory, the second I did that, the next month, the next time I loaded the game, that production no longer worked. I never cottoned on why. I knew it was something to do with the straw, but I didn't work it out what had actually happened. So this is actually quite an important sort of thing, really. That production... and any production only accepts certain inputs. So if you put straw in and it doesn't accept straw, that production knows it's got straw inside and it breaks. It can't cope with it. It's like literally programmatically incorrect, and like anything, it breaks everything. The lure goes mad and it's broken forever. So yeah, the only way you're going to remove it is by selling it and doing it again. And the second you put another one down, it's all right if the silo's empty, it'll use the additional storage, but the second you put something that's not allowed in this production and that knows, oh, how come I've got straw in my, I can't accept straw, then like any programmed thing, at that point it's wrong. So yeah, that's it. So going forwards, bottom line is, leave your silos well away from any productions. And this is, to me, I'm talking to myself really, but yeah, I mean, and obviously yourselves, it's taken me a lot of pain and a lot of working things out, a lot of different angles, and thought, well, hang on a minute, so that was straw that did that. Why, oh why did it break that? And then it was only today that I finally, or a couple of days ago I think it was actually, that the penny finally dropped, and I thought, oh, I get it, I know what's causing it now. I knew it was the straw, and then I thought the straw was not allowed in the suit factory. It's not allowed to have straw in it. So the second you put something in the storage that the suit factory thinks it's its storage, you break the suit factory. And that's happened we did it 2 or 3 times on Sri Lanka. I lost a lot of cash one time with the because one time it did reimburse me for the crop. The next time I did it, it didn't. So we took a massive loss. But at least going forwards, I've got to hope that I remember, but yes, that is it. Do not have your silos, any kind of silo storage, next to a production, and put something different in it that can't cope with. So yeah, now going forwards, I'm keeping my productions separate. Now, I've obviously sort of Giants, I've always done production slabs and productions away from storage, and now we know why. But it probably would have been nice to have a heads up really as to the true reason why you can't. But I've obviously worked it out myself, like, because I do love to observe game mechanics, and finally the penny actually dropped. So yeah, that's it basically. Right, time is a wasting. Yeah, all that remains to be said for this session is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. Yeah. Just as an addendum, yeah, really, if we've got 12 months worth and each month we're making 56 grand, if we don't spend too much within 10 months, not including the what we get from our little holiday let, then truthfully we should be able to buy the farm. So yeah, I mean, obviously there's going to be things that you buy. I think we're alright for tractors. I'd like to upgrade that, and I'd like to put its 3-point hitch on. I'd like to get a front loader for the thing and all the weights for it. So there's a few thousand to be spent really to get that right. Obviously the DeWolf, the 2 is good, but it is a tough, it really is tough. I'd love to find something. And I suppose, although it says unrealistic for the harvester, if you go for, is it in, I think it is, the Colossus. It says it's unrealistic if you go for, yeah, that's both. So that's standard, only premium, all root crops, ultra unrealistic. I would cope with that for once, but I would probably do the premium, only premium root crops unrealistic. I'd cope with the unrealistic because if this was right, the bottom line is the DeWolf can't do what this can do, and in real life I know you could do this, so I would put up with the label unrealistic if it meant I could use something like this. If we got onto a scale where we were doing this, we would need to empty the fields quickly, we would. So at that point, I don't mind if it labels it unrealistic, if it means we can actually do it, because it's a concession. Yeah, I hate having anything that says it's unrealistic. I'd hate any kind of, I won't make the storage bigger, just, yeah, obviously the Mark IV's deliberately made that way, different headers. I thought that was quite a good idea, but until that's fixed, I'm never using it again, ever, period, because it wrecks too much of your crop. I'm just not prepared to. It's a beautiful bit of kit, but not if it's a destructive one. Yeah, but anyway, I am going to sound honest, but I just wanted to sort of say that as well. So I'm going to say goodbye. For now.